Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm your host, Buckning, and today we're going to talk about setting money goals for the new year because we're still early enough where it doesn't feel like we're too late. Okay, so we're going to do that today, and I'm going to give you the simplest steps to set that and to stay on it and to track it and just to change the way you're heading when it comes to your money goals. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. This is where we put $100 a week into a tax-free savings account to build a dividend portfolio right in front of your eyes. If you're not new, welcome back. So goal setting, not just regular goal setting, because I know it's a new year. People are like, oh, let's just set New Year's resolutions. I hate New Year's resolutions. Let's set some actual, tangible, achievable goals that you can track your progress in, okay? So money goals, this should be like a category when you're setting your goals, and you might have a lot of money goals. It depends really on what you're trying to achieve because everyone is different. This is personal finance, and personal finance is personal. So first thing, step one, what you need to really do is outline and figure out where you are today, your current financial situation, your savings rate, your debt levels, what is your inflow, what is your outflow? So how much money is coming in, how much money is going out, your expenses, so money going out, inflow, income, okay? And then figure out how much debt you have and how much you're putting away, saving or investing, and figure out exactly what that is. Once you get the big picture, now you can start taking the necessary steps to setting the goals. Now, once you figure out your current financial situation, because that is very, very important, because you will be able to pinpoint what is missing in your financial picture, whether that's debt repayment, savings rates, things like that. Maybe you got to increase your income, maybe you got to decrease expenses. Once you figure that out, I think it'll be easier to set financial goals because a lot of people just have no idea what kind of goals to set for their finances or their money because they actually just don't know where they're at in the current place that they are right now. So that's step number one. Step number two is now figure out what you want to achieve, whether it's short term, whether it's long term. Think in 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10 year, 20 year goals, and not make sure, but maybe if they tie all together, that'd be awesome because then you can take these smaller steps to get to the bigger end goal. So whether that's buying a house, whether that's setting up an emergency fund, whether that's just starting to invest. Okay, I know some people have probably are just starting to invest because on the Wealthsimple Trade app that we use for buying $100 worth of stock every single week, there has been people using the referral code. So they probably set financial goals to start investing this year. Or maybe they're just fresh 18 and just want to start investing and they saw one of these videos and away they went. So once you have the goal set, again, whether it's to buy a home, whether it's to buy a car, whatever it may be, it is still a financial goal, whether it's to pay off debt. You have to figure out certain things for that goals and what steps you need to take to get there. So that's step number two, okay? And I'm gonna give you an example of this. So let's say you wanna have an emergency fund of 3 to 6 months, which is industry standard when it comes to money, finances. And you want to get that up to $1,000 or maybe $2,000. Now you take that goal that you have set and you divide that out, whether you want to complete it in 10 months, whether you want to complete it in 12 months, and figure out how much you need to put away to build that by the end of the year or by the target date that you're looking to achieve that. Okay, so you break it down into smaller steps, and they have to be really attainable because let's be honest, once you figure out your current financial situation and you have the goal, is it going to make sense for you to put maybe $100 every single month into a savings account while doing all the other things? Okay, so that's why it's important to know where you stand today with your finances and where you want to be with your finances. Okay, so that's an example there. The next thing, this is where I'm gonna get like real detailed because I think it's very important, 100% absolutely important, absolutely necessary that you track your finances, track your goals. Like if I were to ask somebody, you know, how much did you spend this year or last year in 2022 on gas alone, would they be able to answer it? And even if it's a rounded number, are they off by like $100, $200, plus or minus $100, $200? Probably not. They probably break it down by month because a lot of people like to work month to month. which is fine. But I can tell you in 2022, if you were to ask me, I spent $7,000, not even, give or take $200, $7,000 in gas alone of 2022. How much did I spend on fast food? Great question, because that is the Achilles heel to my finances. And it was about $5,000 in fast food. That's not including groceries. That is fast food. That includes tips as well. So that's the detail that you should probably know. But back to the tracking. You should probably track your expenses for a whole month, because a year seems like a daunting task. But you can track easily on a spreadsheet, Google spreadsheets, every single day, the categories that you're spending in, whether that's fast food, car payments, house payments, savings. You track every single dollar that goes in and out of your account till you absolutely get sick of it. The great thing about tracking every single thing and putting it in record, getting the data in place, is that you really give yourself a foundation of where you need to go in the following year, what you need to tweak in order to hit certain goals. And the importance of tracking is when you track your goals in smaller steps, it makes it a bit more believable and attainable, because they're not taking these big strides to try to achieve a down payment on a house, let's say. And so tracking your progress is probably the most important thing, because you'll get to a point where you feel almost defeated or unmotivated or demotivated that you're not hitting these checkpoints in your goals. But when you hit these checkpoints in your bigger long-term goals, you'll feel like you're winning, right? And this is the same effect that the debt snowball has, or the debt avalanche method has, is when you pay off these smaller amounts and you hit these checkpoints, it keeps you motivated to keep on going, because it's very easy to get demotivated when you are not seeing the progress that you're hoping for. But here's the thing, when you don't see the progress that is happening in, let's say, in one quarter, January, February, March, you're seeing a little bit or little to no progress, it's easy to give up on those goals. It's very easy to revert right back to your old habits of spending and not saving and not investing and not going towards the goals that you're trying to achieve. And so when you see or feel that you're not moving in any direction, you can go back and look at the progress and make tweaks to your plan to continue moving forward, but not just stay stagnant in one spot or even go backwards. And so that's the importance of tracking your goals and tracking the progress. Is you have this data, and data is king in a lot of times to help you move and make decisions to continue moving forward, or continue hitting these checkpoints, or continue to hit these goals that everyone loves to set. Because it's funny, because the majority of people love to set goals, but I think they love the idea of goals. They don't actually love or know the feeling of hitting your goals or stretching yourself to a point where you see growth or progress even. Because sometimes you're not going to hit your goals, but you look back at the progress and you're like, damn, I did pretty good last year. And it's not like a black and white thing where you pass or you fail or you hit or you miss. It's progress, and that is the most important thing. So if you are one of those people that love the idea of goals, maybe this isn't the video for you. But for those that want to set goals and just don't know where to start with figuring out where you're at currently and start making the moves to get you to where you want to be. And so those are the steps, pretty easy steps to setting financial goals for the new year. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.